Welcome to Holding Space. Michael Zen is a visual producer and creative photographer using his imaginative visionary energy to channel Zen and hold space for spiritual and innovative discussion. Each episode creates a supportive, accepting, and open environment that allows exploration and expertise to come together with engaging and entertaining convergence. With guest and community all helping the shape of the way, Michael is grateful to be together to hold space. Now here is your host of Holding Space, Michael Zen.
Yes, it's me, and I'm only halfway on the screen. It's so weird the way StreamYard does all of these things when you're talking to two people. And anyway, what is up, fellow Earthlings? It's so good to see you. I'm so happy to be here on Tuesday, February 24th. Wow. It's been quite an adventure here in my part of the world, New York. The snowstorm I had personally, I believe, 21 inches of snow outside of my door. Some of my neighbors had over 2 feet of snow. Well, I see Arnie out there. I see me and my shadow out there. I see Michelle. What is up, Michelle? Maggie McLean. Awesome people are coming in and filling up the front row. Yeah, it's been an adventure. It's cold outside, but I'm grateful to be sitting in the warmth. Grateful to be able to hold space. I'm smiling because I'm just happy about these moments that come on Tuesday based on my own intention to be here and hold this space, essentially creating my own reality, right? Which is what I've been really excited about this year is we all create our own reality. We all decide what we're going to do moment to moment. And I am so grateful that you guys decided to be here, or if you're not here in this moment and you're watching the archive, that you're even still watching. I'm grateful that you guys decided. If you are here, you guys know the rules, but let's change it up a little bit. Instead of hashtag live to tickle the algorithm, give me a hashtag of something that you are excited about in this moment. Hashtag your excitement, whatever it is that you're excited about. Let's fill up the chat room with excited vibes and good thoughts and things that people are excited about. I think that's pretty cool. And I see Kim Princess out there. What's up, Kim Princess? I was just talking to Lynn backstage. Lynn is going to be my guest tonight, so I'm excited. Some of you guys know Lynn, about this community. And there's the balloons that Kim likes. I forget what that is. Is that the peace signs? I forget what it is. Kim's always asking me for the peace signs or the confetti. I was just talking about this amazing community, which started on radio. We heard last when I spoke to Kelly Brickle, the whole story about how the Sacred Spiral Network came to be, and it's just such a great place. It's such a great community. I see Stephanie and I see Jennifer McCormick and I see hashtag breathing. I love that. We got to do our breathing exercise before we get going. And hashtag loving my friends and hashtag living life. Oh, what a good exercise. I love this. Thank you guys for participating and bringing all of that good stuff. See the smile that it's put on my face. All right. So me and my shadow reminded me to get this place going. I kind of started going in and I started running. So let's ground for a second. Let's clear out the space with intention. My sage, my sonic sage here, and the breaths that we do together to just kind of connect and ground and set intentions. It's in through the nose. That's the way I like to do it. I hold it up at the top for a second, and I intentionally push it back. I push it out. I think of the things that I don't want to hold on to, thoughts that maybe, all of that snow that I moved over the past couple of days. I'm going to let all of that stuff out and keep it outside. So, all right, guys, let's do 3 breaths together. Here we go. In through the nose. Hold it up at the top and then Let's do another one. In through the nose and hold it up at the top. And let it out. Feel it leave your body. Feel all that stuff you don't need leave. Last one together, holding it up at the top. Letting it out, feeling my shoulders relax as I let it out. Feeling all the tension leave. It's so nice. I was really thinking about Brian's show. I saw Brian's show on Monday with Jennifer Rose, and the breathing exercises that he does and how he really coaches you through connecting with your breath. It's fundamental. It's amazing. So thank you guys for allowing me to do that. Arnie Layton is out there. Evelyn making MZ smile. That's great. I love that. Awesome. And then Michelle expecting grand baby in April. Amazing. I love it. See that? I wanted hashtag what I'm excited about, and we got a lot of excitement happening. So I'm excited about that. Excited for excitement. Man, what a great start to a show. It's going to get even better in a minute because I am bringing in an amazing energy in the form of a person, a soul who I just really relate to and love to spend time with and watch her do her thing. So I'm excited that she decided to come on and do her thing. Welcome to Holding Space. Welcome back to Holding Space. Lynne Juneau, how you doing, Lynne?
Oh, I'm great. I'm happy to be here again with you.
Awesome. I love that. Happiness is the best. I think I was thinking about that earlier, the whole hashtag thing, and I was gonna just do like hashtag happy or hashtag sad. And I was like, no, I don't even want to give people the choice. I want them to just think about what they're happy about and give me that. And it worked. I figured out how to angle it, right? That's what it's all about, is figuring out how to angle it and position it and get the right perspective. So Lynne, you are an amazing force on the Sacred Spiral Network. You bring so much color, literally with Kaleidoscope of the Soul, which is the show that you do on the Sacred Spiral Network. And I know you are on a couple of other places where you're doing your thing, spreading your love, and doing your readings. And I love seeing that. I love seeing you blossom like a flower in all sorts of places. It's really great to see.
It's been an adventure.
What's that? It's been an adventure. So,
Oh, yeah.
how is this? Is this a recent thing for you? Is this an intentional thing? Like, tell us how this all started. How did you get caught up in this whirlwind of a kaleidoscope?
Last spring, I was looking around for new avenues, new modes as far as doing my psychic readings. I've been a psychic medium for a while now, and we started to talk about the billet readings I do. There's Kelly.
There's Kelly.
And we didn't get around to it last time, but psychometry is one of my main focuses for what I do. And last year, I was looking for something to do with color. How was I going to incorporate color into what I do?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd had a tutor from Arthur Findlay College. A lot of you may know Colin Bates, who's just the sweetest man.
Awesome. Yeah, what a great guy.
Oh, gosh. And he had told me that I have a real affinity, a real aptitude for color, but I hadn't quite found the right avenue. So last spring, I was talking actually with Kelly Brickle about it, and said I had seen that the spiritualist churches will only allow two types of tools when you're doing mediumship. So they don't go for crystals or pendulums or tarot cards. What they will allow is colored ribbons and flowers.
Interesting.
And reading the flowers is a very, very old school method. And I was intrigued with that. And she said, if you're interested, there's a guy over in Palm Springs that she had interviewed quite a while ago, Jeff Jowett. And she said, get a reading from him and see what you think. Well, Mr. Jeff Jowett blew my socks off. I still have pictures and I think a recording of the reading he did. And he did a combination of colored ribbons and oracle cards.
Mm.
And so after that, I thought, well, I want to do these, I want to do Kaleidoscope of the Soul and these Facebook Live pages. And I started exploring the ribbons and I thought, how could I go through it quickly enough? How could I handle this quickly enough? And so I'm telling you, this was a crazy divine download. And you guys will see more of this a little later because I stand up to do my readings. But this, what a riot. I started looking around. I got all these colored ribbons, and this is a clothing hanger from Amazon.
Oh, wow. Is it like a tie hanger, like to hang ties, or?
There are little loops in here.
Mhm.
You can see a little of that. See right here?
Yeah, yeah.
So I put the clips on it, but you could put a hanger through this
I
and
see.
let
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
clothes
It's
dry,
like a
right?
hanger tree. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I went through about 4 different versions of this before I found this, and then I put the clips on it, and that was, my own modification. I'm telling you, Spirit just kept downloading. Okay,
I
try
love it.
this, do
That's so
that,
cool.
and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And I keep refining it. So Jeff Jowett helped inspire me. Over in the UK, they're much more familiar with ribbon readings than we are here, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
when they do it, what's typical for most people, they'll get a big box and just chuck the ribbons in there, all the different colored ribbons, and then
Mm-hmm.
either the sitter or the reader will pull them out and read them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I am not usually with people in person to read them. I've got to have another
Mm-hmm.
method to do it. So that's how this developed.
Gotcha. Wow. Yeah, so cool. It's so unique. It's definitely like your own thing. I don't think I've seen anyone else doing it. Everyone's got kind of little versions of even tarot reading, right? Everyone's kind of got
Sure.
their own, configurations or whatever it might be. Some people have rituals before, like that, I see Brian, he charges up his deck each time, with the person with intention. Everybody's a little bit different. So I love that you have created almost like this physical aspect to it, almost like, I don't want to say it in the wrong way, like circus, but like carnival, like this, like this. It's really cool. It's an amazing vibe. I mean, I obviously love it. I think it's great, for sure.
Thank you. I think
Yeah.
it's incorporated a lot of fun into my readings, and still have them be, they can, of course, be serious and meaningful. And I do end up connecting with people's departed loved ones through them, in addition to doing the psychic work. But
Amazing.
I'm finding these days, and I'll bet you are too, that with everything going on in the world and us having to act like surfers in life, just trying to navigate things have gotten so heavy and so serious that if I get to approach this like play and inspire my sitters to lighten up, that's a gift in and of itself, I think.
Totally. I love that. And even that outlook and that perspective and that choice of the way to frame it all. It's like, it's perfect. And Michelle Olivier is saying you're very creative. It looks amazing. And Jennifer, also, I love how you present your ribbons so much better than they used in the church. They were creased and stuffed into a bag, like you were talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
And Heidi's out there also,
Hi, Heidi.
professing about your beautiful soul. I love it. I love it. And there he is, Brian. Hey, Dr. Z. What's up, Lynn? What's up, Brian? I just mentioned you.
Hi, Brian.
And yeah, it's awesome. And Michelle, he says, I love your background story too, Lynn. Oh, your background too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my backdrop.
I love that too. Yeah, totally. It's amazing, and it's important what you're saying. I think the world outside, when you open up the door, it's like so serious out there. It's like you open the door and it's like heavy, and it's really only that way if you decide to let it be that way, right? And I think that people need to, start to take accountability for that. I think I don't think a lot of people even realize that they're letting it get to them that way. You know what I mean? Like they're just kind of programmed, and I don't even like saying they, right? Because it's my fellow human beings. It's it's I feel like it's a part of the way society kind of decided to run the systems, they decided to run, and what an amazing moment. This is what I love about saying, what are you excited about in this moment, right? It's because you get to choose that, right? It's like, rather than saying, well, what are you afraid of? What are you upset about? Right? It's like, what are you excited about in this moment? Like, be
Yeah.
excited about living and waking up every day, and looking outside, and there's hundreds of cubic feet of snow that all fell overnight, like somehow magically, right? Like it's magical. Be wondrous about it instead of like grumbly about it, like, oh man, now I got to
Sure.
figure out where to put it all.
I I see Jennifer Rose has joined us, and big
What's up,
shout out to
Jennifer?
her, because when you talk about positive energy, this is a woman who just exudes love.
Oh my
Love.
God, so much.
Oh my gosh. This is a woman who lives on the high road, I swear. Um,
Totally. Totally, so much. And you know what? And I want to actually, I'm going to address that too, because I felt that when I was watching Brian's show the other night, the two of them were glowing. They were both in their element. They were talking about how, oh my God, this is exactly where I want to be. And again, this is my theme for this year, is creating reality. And it's like, if once you realize like you're in control and you can do that, you do. And that's a part of what created the sacred spiral, is people are drawn to that. People like to sit at home. Oh, I'm gonna intentionally put on this show because I know the people that I'm watching are there all in authentic love.
mm,
There, it's like, it's so much great energy. It's such a great thing to be a part of. So thank you guys out there watching. It's amazing, to be a part of, and it's amazing to just be right here in your presence, Lynn, and talking to you, and being able to share these gifts with everybody.
Thank you, Michael. I love being on the Sacred Spiral Network. Uh, I I think whatever happiness people see I'm exuding now is because I am more in my authentic self now than I've ever been. I am more in my element, and Arnie and I have talked about that a little bit back and forth messaging,
Yeah.
and I'm getting there. Arnie claims he'd been there for a while. That's where he always is. So hats off to you, my friend.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah.
But I think, I think there's always more to see, right? I think there's always more to go. Like I don't think you get there, right? And then you're like, okay, I'm here now, I'm done, right?
It's not a
Because
destination.
it's not. It's not. It's just. It's exactly. It's a mode of travel, a mode of operating. The word that I've been using a lot is essence, right? It's like it's even on social media, and I know this is a little bit of a tangent, but this conversation is important, right? On social media, I'll make a post like, "Hey, be angry." I mean, sorry. I'll say be happy, not angry. It's a choice, and somebody will respond totally valid and say, no, I think anger is important, right? And I do think that anger is important. If you come up in a situation and something makes you angry, that's an emotion, that's a response. You should process that. I'm not ever saying
Mhm.
don't let anger be processed. What I'm saying is choose happiness for your essence, like not just for a moment, right? Even a happy person can get angry in a moment, but the way that a happy person processes anger is a lot different than the way an angry person processes anger. Right. So
Yeah.
I think that that's important to know, and which is why I'm able to forgive myself, right? When I feel myself judging somebody else or being angry, or so one of these things that I say, oh, don't do that. I can forgive myself because you're allowed to do those things, right?
Well, we're here being human, aren't we?
Exactly. We're here being human. Exactly. So let's actually continue with the intention, right, of this moment and this space, which is bringing healing, bringing love, bringing messages through. I'd love to hear a little bit about um, how these messages come through for you. For me, I love watching people do their thing, and everybody's a little bit different in how they receive and how they kind of transmit the messages that they're getting. What does that feel like for you? Like, what's this whole sensation?
It's an interesting process. I'll get ready and I have a sense from my guides which ribbon to go to. And um, for people who've not seen this, and you'll see it better in a little bit, these are all numbered, and I also dabble in numerology. Um, I'm refining this till these are getting printed now, but I relate to the numbers, I relate to the color, but part of it is that my guides will point out to me a, usually a color more than the number. And so when I'm connecting with my sitter's energy, I'm asking for a color, and frequently they'll say, "Oh, that's my favorite color." Absolutely, I've got that all over my
Mhm,
house. It's
mhm.
just amazing how often that happens, right?
Yeah.
So my guides will give me a clue as to what the color is going to be, and then I feel a number of things. The texture of these ribbons are a little bit different. They're not all identical because I had to gather them from here and there and everywhere. And so
Mhm.
frequently what I'll do is I'll run my hand back and forth over the ribbon and get a sense. For example, people's loved ones will start to come in sometimes connected with that. I'll get an emotion
Mm.
that I feel through this. And then after working with the ribbons for a while, I've kind of got my own dictionary as to basically what each color means.
Mm.
But one of the interesting experiences I've had, one of my sitters who is also a friend, and she comes on these shows a lot, I will, in some of my readings, let the reader pick one number and then I pick the other ribbon. She
Mm.
chose the same number about 5 times in a row. And I go, "What are you trying to do to me here?" But I found a different meaning all 5 times for the same color, for the same person. I went, "Oh, Spirit's teaching me another aspect of this." So it has just been a fascinating process.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. And I love what you said about the texture being different, because I do notice when you do read, you're kind of running it through your hands, and I don't, again, it's just a kind of unique way to process the energetic, messages. It's like a more tactile thing, so it's so cool that I love it. I love that everybody does it differently, and I talk about that often, like, you'll see people who read tea leaves, right, and runes, and these things are all, to me, they're all the same. It's just like, oh, that's what that person's tuned to. They're tuned to, connecting to the energy through those totems or
Sure.
whatever it might be. I love it. I love it. And I mentioned it a couple times. I'm super, super excited about this app that I'm working on that will generate card decks, and you kind of get to input all of the different aspects of what you want the deck to be. And what I see happening is, people who go to fairs and do
Mhm.
readings, being able to generate a deck that's specific to, like, a genre or a song, like the Beatles, right? You can generate a Beatles deck that has to do with all of the
Wow.
different Beatles music, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean, and things like that. And
Awesome.
I can't wait to unleash it on this community, because we have such a great community of people who really get it. And so I'm excited about that. And again, it's like when you tell me about your unique way to do it, I get ideas, right? Like, how can I apply that to be able to help people create tools that might be unique to them, in the way that they process energy.
So, Michael, is this going to be a virtual deck or a physical deck you're helping people produce?
So what's really cool about it, and it was a little bit inspired by our friend Arnie and Brian, who both have created physical decks, is
Mhm.
that it generates a digital deck that you can like use digitally and do readings with, but it also will produce a printable version of the deck. So, you can now print that version, you can sell it, you can print, you can create decks that relate to people. I started playing with the app and it really kind of organically fed itself, right? Like the idea wasn't going to be like, oh, I want to make a Star Wars deck or a Muppets deck, right? But because I'm into art and creative stuff and I was testing it out all the time, I started entering these different things and I started seeing how it was generating decks that would combine the lore of whatever I'm entering, right? And then like the tarot lore, or an
Mhm.
oracle lore, like different wisdom. It was taking bits and pieces of wisdom of these things. It's so exciting, Lynn. I cannot wait to show everybody. I took too much space out of your space tonight talking about it, but I'm excited about it. It just reminds me of the unique moment that we're living in and how everybody's connecting
Absolutely.
to energy differently, right? I'm connecting to the energy of this creation of this thing, totally differently. So I did see a couple of questions come by though.
Yeah,
I
I
do
see
want to
Brian has one.
Yes, but also Michelle said, and I was wondering what this meant. Curious, Lynn, do you get people to ever choose a color? I'm wondering what that meant.
Oh, yeah, I understand what she's asking.
Okay.
Um, people people have tried to ask me to they'll ask me for a specific color sometimes, but usually what I do, this is just what I've been guided to do. I invite them to choose a number since the ribbons are all numbered. So they'll choose. I've been doing this a lot lately. So they'll choose a number and then I'll choose also a ribbon that I'm drawn to.
Mhm, mhm.
And then I read them both together. And because one of the things I find, if I'm not careful and I'm reading for a group of people or I'm on Facebook Live, I'll have everybody choose the same color.
Right.
And I can do it now, but it's a little harder. And then I see Brian was asking if I see auras in
I
conjunction.
love that question. I was actually thinking the same thing because the colors do represent different chakras and different energies. So yeah, do you see auras in conjunction with the ribbons, and do you have sounds too? Because frequency is everything, right?
Okay, great question, Brian. I am clairaudient. Once in a while, I hear sounds, but usually when I'm working with the ribbons, it's more clairvoyance. And I wouldn't say that I actually see people's auras, but gosh, close to it because when I'm dropping into their energy, I will sense a particular color, and it's 90 times out of 100 it's very meaningful to them, and it does have to do with their energy. So I would pretty much, it's I pretty much give that a yes. I see it in my mind's eye more than just see it like I would see Michael Zen here on camera, if you can picture.
Yeah, cool. Excellent. Yeah. No, I'm glad that again, I was thinking that too as I was looking at the ribbons and I was thinking about auras and seeing people's auras. I know Brian can read energy like that, and I know again, like there's all sorts of meanings to the different, colors. Awesome. I love it. Amazing. And then so you also are doing readings with flowers, which are also a
Uh-huh.
very colorful. It's also a very colorful medium. What was the connection? How did you go from one to the other, or were you doing flowers first, or?
No, I did the ribbons first, and then, as I mentioned, the spiritualist church would
Mhm,
allow flowers, and I thought,
mhm,
okay,
mhm,
well, how could I incorporate that into my lives? And then
mhm,
so, hang on, I'll show you. I have two vases of these flowers, obviously artificial flowers, right?
mhm, mhm.
And I looked around and I found a Victorian style deck of cards, give you the meaning of flowers. Back in Victorian times, it was a form of communication because people understood what particular flowers meant. And for example, courtship was very restricted back then. And so if a man wanted to court a woman, he would pick particular flowers to say, oh, I love your wonderful patience, your temperament, your beauty. And he would pick the flowers that represent that and give it to her. So there was a lot of symbology at work back then having to do with the flowers. And so I got a deck of oracle cards to work with and the physical flowers. And so if I pulled, I know you've seen me do this, but if I would pull the white rose card from the deck, then I would also pull the flower just to make it much more visual.
Yeah.
And I would also get impressions from the flower.
Yeah.
So that's been a fun, creative thing to do. Talk also.
I love that. And again, watching you, just because of who I am, and watching psychics of all sorts, and just loving the energy. Yours is so unique, right? Because of the flowers and because of the ribbons and the color and your hair, and your personality.
I read rocks too. I read
rocks
crystals,
too. Nice.
crystals
Nice.
and rocks. I have a bunch of I numbered them too. But yeah, I've got a deck of cards by the woman who wrote the Crystal Bible, Judy Hall.
Nice.
I was
Yeah.
astounded to find these. I said, she's like the authority on crystals, as she's passed, and I collected like 50 different crystals and matched them up with the cards. And I do crystal readings now too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I think I'm conjuring up some energy happening here. Brian is saying the ribbons have been fascinating, so unique. I really love the system. And again, it really is. And then he says, where can I get a set? Which is really just lighting up in my head. Lynne should be making a set of ribbons. Boop, 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 branding her
I
own
know.
ribbon product.
It's
I think
it's
that's
coming,
awesome.
Brian. Yeah, I need to
That's
copyright
awesome.
this quick.
Yes.
I know.
Yes. And Brian says he does crayons.
I can picture Brian doing that. That's great.
Yeah. No, it really is awesome, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see it happen. It's amazing. I feel really blessed in my life, to be witness to so many amazing people creating, right? Before I got into the spiritual community, I'm a musician, I'm an artist. So like I know so many really talented people creating music and creating artwork that I just get to witness these amazing creations happening, and again, I guess because of the level of empathy, like seeing the connection of that creator with the creation, right? Seeing that whole bond happening, it's just really, really beautiful. And Jennifer says that would be amazing, Lynne. So there you go. You've already got some people waiting
Working on
to
it.
place orders.
Yeah, and I have a deck of cards, swimming around in my head to do this. So that may
That's
be
great.
something for us to talk about, because a couple people have tried to warn me that it's expensive to create a deck
Sure.
of physical cards.
Sure.
And I haven't had the courage yet to do that part of the research and find out just how much we're talking about.
Well, let me just tell you, as not a metaphysical reader, but as a reader, 2026. This is the year to create your own reality. Don't be afraid. I don't have to tell you this, Lynne. Don't be afraid. You have so many resources. Talk to me. Talk to Brian. I saw Brian so generously offer Jennifer help with putting her book together for her deck, right? So we're all here together. We're all in this together. Reach out to me. Reach out to Brian. I'm sure. Reach out to Arnie. So many people who would love to help you create something. And just, I think we all live in the philosophy of we're all in this together. And if we help somebody else, we're helping ourselves. You know what I mean? If we love ourselves, we're loving somebody else. It's all about vibration. So that's my personal reading to you. Just go for it. You are already there. You know you are. I don't even have to tell you.
Yeah, I'm ready to do this.
So, and
I just
I'm
gotta.
in that same place too. I say, "Oh, what am I supposed to do?" And everyone's like, "You already know what you're supposed to do. You're doing it." Uh, so there you go.
Yeah,
So, are you feeling ready to do some messages? I see people are kind of starting to get
I would
chomping
love
at the
to.
bit now. People are asking. And Miss Shelley says she would love to learn from Lynn. So, Lynn, you have
Oh, thank you.
also you have some teaching in your future this year.
I have been asked a couple of times if I'm going to teach this, and yeah, I will get to that too. Hold on,
You're
I'm
being
gonna.
called. You're being called right in front of right in
I'm
front of us all.
getting the call. Getting the call. All right.
Michelle is in Australia. I love
Oh,
when people are popping in from all across the globe. That makes me feel so good. We are an international show here at Holding Space.
that makes it even more exciting.
It really is. It really is. Do you want to look through the chat? Do you want me to call out people who are saying they're looking for readings? I mean, you tell me how you want to work, Lynn.
Hold on. Oh, that's
Oh,
as high as it goes today. Okay.
Lisa Paris says, "I'm very drawn to colors and would love to learn, Lynn." Yeah, you are being called to have a product and a class all at the same time.
All right, folks, I gotta get going and get focused on
I
that.
love it. I love it.
All right. So I'd like to go ahead and pick whoever I'm drawn to.
Okay.
All right. And let's see.
Highlight you so you can.
Oh dear. This is the problem I always have. I want to read for everybody.
We'll keep going as long as you want.
Okay. Terrific. I saw, help me out here. I saw someone who just lost their grandfather. There it is, Rosie.
Oh, yeah.
Rosie Panic Zoo. And if I mispronounce your name, apologies. But Rosie, let me tune in. Okay. And Rosie, go ahead, please, and pick a number between 1 and 50. Hi. Okay. 1 and 50.
All right, Rosie. So you are up. We're gonna wait for you to pick your number. It's
And
usually
I'm going
about
to go
30
ahead.
seconds or so.
It's okay. Rosie, I'll go ahead and start by reading the ribbons that I'm drawn to for you. And yeah, I am so sorry for your loss, Rosie. Even after 2 years, you're still feeling this. And she has chosen number 36. Thank you, dear. All right. So the first color that I get from your energy, Rosie, I better hold this up high enough, is a very soft, true pink. And it's number 8. And this really expresses your vulnerability right now and how your connection with your grandfather really brought out the little girl in you, and the connection you had with him when you were small really is being highlighted here. And how do I put this? When you think of your grandfather, you still feel like a little girl, if you would understand that. Those most vulnerable, beautiful feminine parts of you are brought forward by that relationship with your grandfather. So he was like a dad and a grandfather in one to Rosie. And so we've gone from pink to blue. And this feels like his energy coming through very much. Like he had the very best of qualities that we think of as male, the wonderful nurturing and fathering type energies that he had with you. But I also feel that he had a lot of gentleness, that he understood very well how vulnerable you were, and he was protective of you, if you would understand that as well. Okay. I'm hearing from Spirit that he helped you understand men in general, and that he gave you a high benchmark for who to choose as a mate. Okay. If you were to choose a man that your grandfather would not have liked or approved of, you can feel that. Am I right? You can almost feel your grandfather going, oh, no, he's not good enough for my girl. And I hear him chuckling in the background because he's still doing that. Okay. He used to talk to you about this. Yeah. Choose well, girl. Choose well, he would tell you. Don't settle. He did not want you to settle. Okay. So there's something else about this. Okay. The number for this is number 46, which reduces to 1, this wonderful aqua. Okay. There's a lot of emotion attached to this color regarding him and regarding men in general. And it reduces to a 1. So that's his message that you deserve the best. That's the kind of feeling that comes through from him. So number 36, I hope everybody can see this. 6. Okay. So 36. 36 is another shade of pink. This is the one I call mauve. 36 reduces to a 9. So you've got a 9, you've got a 1. This color almost harkens back to the good old days, like the way men and women used to act almost 100 years ago. Very old-fashioned values, things that we might be tending to reject today as being restrictive. But there were also some good things about masculine and feminine roles back in the old days. And so this color is kind of inviting you to look for that. And it's a pink that's kind of toned down with a bit of brown. So it's more grounded. Okay. And this is so smooth and this is so soft. And so you're being invited to accept your emotional vulnerability and your quote unquote feminine parts of yourself as being a big part of your beauty, and not something that makes you weak, but something that you can depend on and be strong with. Mm-hmm. And your grandfather is here to help you lean into that a bit. So Rosie, I hope you would understand that your grandfather is still here with his love. And I want to thank you for letting me work with you.
Wow. That was nice. That was really beautiful. I love what you said about the feminine part being the beautiful strength part, not the weakness part. I love that. That's wow.
Like strength and vulnerability kind of idea.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Let me put these back where they go. Thank goodness these are numbered.
Yeah, I'm going to pop up your website on the bottom here so people know where they can find you. If they're feeling drawn to this, which I'm sure a lot of people are. I know when I first saw this, I was like, what is going on? This is amazing.
I've started offering ribbon readings actually as a separate offering to the other types of things I do. So I've got even more focus on that right now. So
people are lining up now.
Here they come. Gemma, I saw that. Gemma Hallowell.
Yeah.
And do not remember seeing your name before. Welcome.
Welcome, Gemma.
Okay, Gemma, choose a number between 1 and 50. Wow. Okay, I think you're going to like this. Okay, Gemma, I am drawn to platinum for you. Okay, so I've got a bunch of different precious metal ribbon colors up here: gold, silver, copper. But today, you get platinum, which I believe may be even more precious than gold. And there is a real strength and balance and constancy. How's that for a word? That I feel as I handle this ribbon. And Gemma has chosen number 13. Thank you. This platinum 21 reduces to 3. And what that tells me, Gemma, is that you're coming up to a point in your life where you have a type of emotional and spiritual maturity that is supposed to open the door for you to express yourself more. I hear Spirit inviting you to have more confidence in yourself and your own internal wisdom, and know how valuable you really are, like platinum, and go ahead and open your mouth with tact, of course, and be ready to express yourself, because what you think and what you have to say really is of value, and you're being invited to accept that. Now let's see what number 13 has to say for you. And 13, oh, this, wow. I hope you feel important, Gemma, because you have a gemstone this time. This is ruby.
Ooh.
13 is ruby.
I like the significance of that.
Wow. Gemma, you've got spirit. Oh, no, Gemma, you're too valuable to check out, dear. Don't do that. Oh, my goodness. I'm glad you're on the way up. Oh, bless your heart.
Yes.
Gemma, you are a gem. Your spirit is coming through, showing you as a ruby. The world needs you, and the world needs to hear what you have to say. And even
absolutely,
you may want to consider, Gemma, writing about or sharing about, in some regard, this dark night of the soul that you went through, and this deep dive, and how, thank God, you have come up from that, and what that portion of your journey is, because there are lots and lots of people that can relate to your journey in this troubled time. She says the meaning of her name, Gemma, is precious stone.
Yep.
Well,
yeah.
Well chosen, you. Okay. So this ruby is, both of these ribbons are really smooth. Not all of my ribbons are. I feel you coming to a time of more and more peace, of things feeling more smooth for you. Okay. And yeah, everyone, if you're inclined, please send Gemma some healing and calm and comfort. And Gemma, I'm glad you're still here. You have valuable things to share with the world, my dear.
Yeah. And we were talking about this earlier. Everything happens for a reason. I've never seen Gemma's name before. Gemma is here for a reason. She came here to hear what she needed to hear. And I love that. That's beautiful.
I have never seen Gemma's name either. So very interesting. I think, well, like I said, I go to who I'm drawn to.
Yeah.
Let's put this one back, and I'm glad you're here today.
Yeah, me too.
Amy Jones cover. Are you? I'll bet she's still here. Amy Jones. Amy Jones.
If you are still here, just pick a number.
Yeah. Oh, and I was drawn to that name too. Ace Ace. Let's see if Amy comes up.
Wow. And Crystal Williamson says, you remind me of my first grade teacher, Mrs. Linhart. No
Wow,
coincidence in
that's
that name,
interesting. Oh
right?
my goodness.
That's
Oh,
great. And Amy's
great.
here. Amy is
Amy
here.
is here. Okay,
Yes.
Amy. Where is it? That's great. It's my rack, and I can't find the ribbon I want. All right. I think it's all right. And Amy, go ahead, please, and choose a number between one. Oh, she did. She knows this game. Well done. Okay. Hi, Evelyn. Good to see you. All right. Amy Jones cover. The ribbon I'm drawn to for you, my dear, is number 29, which reduces to 11, which is a master number. This is beige. Now, please don't be disappointed and think, oh, what a boring color, just beige. Well, because I started research, when I researched these colors, beige is classy, beige is classic, beige is balanced. My dear Amy, the message coming through from Spirit is well done you for balancing things and maintaining some dignity through some very difficult times and doing yourself proud very recently with some challenging times. Would you understand what that's about? Because okay. I don't know if I want to swear. Okay. Spirit is coming through saying that a lesser woman would have been turned into a raging biatch. Okay. And you didn't do that. You kept your class through this difficult time, and you're getting a nice pat on the back and kudos for that. Would you understand what they're talking about with that? Okay. And so in keeping your balance, in keeping the peace with people, you're not being weak or wimpy. You're maintaining what you need to keep things functional in your life. Would you understand that? Okay. And interesting, because Amy has chosen number 33, which is one of my favorite ribbons. Okay. You do understand that, Amy? Chocolate. Okay. Amy, your reward for keeping your balance and your poise and your class is to treat yourself to some of the sweets of life. And if you literally love chocolate, I recommend you getting some nice deep dark chocolate, whatever is your favorite, and rewarding yourself. Okay? Because you deserve it. You deserve it. Amy, do you have a grandmother in the spirit who used to feed you lots of sweets? And I could hear her laughing in the background, saying, oh, absolutely. Give that girl some more candy. Oh, my goodness. All right. Again, she was very dear, spoiled you a little, and she's saying, okay, now it's your turn to spoil yourself. And you do deserve it. Okay. All right, Amy. I'm glad you understand all of that. And yeah, interesting about beige, isn't it? Okay. Totally. Thank you for letting me work with you, Amy. Let's jump over to Ace Ace. Okay. Ace Ace all over the place. Are you all?
I love chocolate. Yes, I do. She says, Amy says, I love chocolate.
Time for chocolate. Here we go. Okay. And that one's 29. That one. Wow. I'm getting 2 ribbons right off the bat for you. Ace, Ace, Ace. And did you pick a number already?
I did not see a number from Ace Ace.
Ace Ace, please pick a number between 1 and 50, and I'll go ahead and start reading you You work with chocolate all day? No wonder you picked number 33, Amy. Well done, you. Okay. Hi, Kay Weezy. I see you. All right. Is Ace still here?
I'm waiting to
They were
see. I
here just
didn't.
a second ago.
Yeah, I did not see. Ace, if you're still out there, give us a number from, what is it, 1 to 50, right?
Yeah. Oh, I hope they didn't give up just when I was going to do that. Okay. If not, okay, what I'll do is I'll put these two aside and see if Ace comes back. Let's read for Kay Weezy today. We see
Oh,
Kay
no,
Weezy.
Ace is
Are you
here.
here?
Sorry. Yeah,
Oh,
Ace
all
caught you.
right. Kay
11.
Weezy, hang in there. Okay.
Hang in there, Kay Weezy. We'll do you
All right.
next.
Thank you, Ace. I see you. All right. So here's what I got for you first. Ace. I got this butterscotch color, which is one of my oranges. All right. So you too, Ace, are being encouraged to slow down and enjoy some of the sweetness of life. But even as, okay, it's not exactly slow down, because look, this is the other color they had me draw for you. This is orange. Okay. And I feel that you're at the starting line of an automobile race. It's the craziest thing. It's like, I don't know whether to tell you to slow down or speed up, but I feel you poised on the starting line, and I have a sense of excitement for you. This orange is a very creative color. In fact, this is one of my true rainbow colors. It's number 2, because I started with the rainbow colors first, 1 through 7. And so it's almost like when you come to a traffic light and you've got red and yellow and green. So this is almost like a pause before just taking off on this grand race. And you've got some wonderful opportunities coming up, I hear, ahead of you to bring forward something creative, express yourself more, and add a whole new dimension to your life. Some happiness and excitement that has not been there before. Does that resonate with you, Ace? And
interesting.
Okay. So you've got the 5, that's the 2, that's orange, the butterscotch, which is number 30. That's more self-expression also. So this new creative venture is going to enable you to express yourself more. All right. And let's check out number 11. Ace. This
Smiling
is
from ear to ear.
hot pink. All right. This is, oh, you know what energy I'm talking about. Oh, good. Ace. I know as a psychic, I should know this. Are you male or female? Because this hot pink has a really interesting meaning for the ladies I read for. I can tell you that when this has come up for other people, this hot pink, what this is about is, this is who I am. This is how I'm going to express myself. Deal with it. Okay. I'm not holding myself back anymore. And 11's a master number. You're female. Awesome. Nothing against you guys, but this is an even stronger, even more exciting color for the female, sitters I have. Okay. This is okay. Yeah, we know about soft, feminine, vulnerable, pink. This is okay. I'm ready to go for it. This is in your face, new artistic expression. In fact, don't be surprised if you change your style a little bit as far as dress, makeup, hair. That's part of the energy of this hot pink, and drawing more attention to yourself and being comfortable with it. How do you like them apples, Ace?
Yeah, you hit it on the head here. Oh my God, Lynn, yes, chills
Oh,
everywhere. I used to hide being in my empowered feminine, but now I do feel like I'm out of the closet.
yeah, that empowered
Perfect.
feminine
There
is
you go.
going to get you off the starting line and into some more creative ventures and create some sweetness in life for you. So Ace, you go, girl. Go for it.
I love it. And that's Evelyn said, "You go, girl." Same thing. Beautiful. Beautiful.
It's going around.
Um,
Oh, that was a fun one.
yes, definitely. I love it. I love it.
I
And
could
you know
hear
what?
her.
I can't help but feel, Lynn, a little bit of a piece of all of these messages kind of applying to you a little bit as well. As far as like, what we were talking about,
Yeah.
getting it together and just coming out like swinging and showing the world who you are.
This last year, I really stepped into it and really owned it and just really had this feeling of this is my time. There, no more time to waste, no more time to fool around, and just in time to end that 9 year cycle. I feel like 2025, I just took a quantum leap
Hmm.
into being my authentic self.
Yes, amazing. So many people that I know did, and it's now it's time to like be like, yeah, you know what? That's what happened. Acknowledge it and revel in it. I think that's what's going on. So let's finish off. If you want to pick another one or two,
Okay. Yeah,
just
I had
because.
mentioned. Oh, I'm sorry. I I had mentioned Kay Weezy because
Yeah,
he
of
already
course.
picked a number,
Yeah.
and you were wanting to hear from. He was wanting to hear from his dad, and I feel a blue ribbon in connection with his father as well. Um, but it's turquoise. Yeah. Okay. So this is the one I've got for you, and aha. And Kweezy chose 36, which I read a few minutes ago for someone else. That happens all the time when I'm
Yep.
reading for
You were
myself.
saying that. Yep. Yep. And
Yeah,
I see it happen all the time too when I see your shows.
yeah. I thought you think it was a mistake, but it's just uh, spirit.
Frequency. Everything is frequency, and I think that a lot of people are on the frequency that come to see the show. They just resonating around those same frequencies. So
Yeah, that happens when I do live readings as well. Uh, we're all drawn into a group for a reason. I'm sure you've seen that with a lot of people, right?
yeah, yep.
Yeah. Uh,
Absolutely, and that's why I was saying I feel like some of the like a lot of times the messages that are coming through for specific people relate to other people who happen to be there for a reason, right? They're there for a reason.
yeah, it happens a lot. All right. So Kay Weezy, as I invite your dad's energy in, I'm getting this really wonderful turquoise. And I've spent a lot of my life in the Southwest around indigenous people. Okay. And the turquoise has so much meaning for them. First of all, it's a connection between earth and sky. There is also a lot of protective energy within this. And the wonderful blue color is calming, but there's also a lot of green in here for growth. There are just so many beautiful energies encompassed, included, I would say, within this color. And so as I invite in your dad's energy, I feel that your relationship with him was complex. There were so many different facets to it. He was part friend, part father. Was he was he kind of part preacher? Did he kind of preach to you sometimes and try to keep you on the straight and narrow, Kay Weezy? He could be a little preachy sometimes, but he's smiling and saying, "Well, it was for his own good," and proud of being as positive a role model for you as he could. All right. Um, Kweezy, your father is still close to you, still protecting you, and I know you feel him sometimes. Do you feel a sensation on your right shoulder or just behind you on the right sometimes? That's your dad trying to make his presence known. If you would understand that. Let me see if got any new comments. Oh, he loved the Lord. Thank you. Yeah, he could have gotten up there at the pulpit with pride and preached the gospel. Yes, he had that in his nature, and he was a man who walked the talk. I feel. Okay. Yeah, you do feel him around you. Like, yeah, absolutely. You know that's not your imagination, Kay Weezy. That's your dad, who is very, shall we say, a little shocked to have gotten to the other side and found out that this mediumship and other stuff is not so evil after all. A little broader view of that, shall we say. And
Wow.
we've chosen number 36. This is mauve again. And this again is a nice, soft, loving pink color with a lot of grounding in it as well. Kay Weezy, didn't you lose your grandmother not too long ago as well? I know, I feel like I have that in my recollection. This feels like your grandmother's energy. Ah, okay. Kay Weezy says his grandfather watched, or his dad watched wrestling with him when he was little. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. This is a more feminine energy coming through for you, Kay Weezy. And I feel that this is your grandmother's energy, reminding you that you have her love as well. So you've got two loving, protective grandparents holding you, okay? Holding you and keeping you safe. And your grandmother used to do this to you now and again too, but it was all done in love, okay? So, Kay Weezy, you've got your dad protecting you. You've got your grandmother bringing in that softness and love. You've got a lot of love from the other side. And I send blessings to both of your loved ones. And thank you for letting me work with you tonight.
Awesome, Kay Weezy. Great reading for Kay Weezy. I got to tell you, I love watching. Like everyone knows, I love watching readings, right? But especially when you're doing a reading and you get a flash, you get a moment, whatever it is, and you kind of look up and you laugh and you laugh out loud. I just love that so much because there's so much energy in it, and there's like this, like it's like I don't necessarily see what you're seeing, right? But I feel that connection with the energy that you're connecting to that's making you laugh. Like I feel it, and it's like it's really authentic. It really comes through. It's just really beautiful. And Kate Weezy says, "My dad and my grandmas are in heaven." Yeah, and they're always with you. The energy, whenever you feel it, and I always tell people who I see who are grieving and they start to kind of well up and cry and feel sad. I said that energy, that feeling that you're feeling, that's them. They're there. So
Yeah.
instead of feeling sad about it, feel happy that they're actually present in your essence at that moment. I think it's really cool. Lynn, you're so amazing. Um, Evelyn says, "I love the way you make yourself giggle." Too. Yeah, you're so
Evelyn's seen
amazing.
me do that a lot.
I saw somebody else saying, "Hey, how do we get a reading?" We do kind of do these shows, and they're here for people. But LynneJuneau.com down at the bottom of the screen there is where you can get in touch with Lynne for more one-on-one, session and more about her. And again, she's amazing with the ribbons and the flowers and just the whole essence. Is amazing. What do we have coming up? You have your own show too. When is Kaleidoscope of the Soul
Next one is
on?
this coming Friday at 10
Okay.
a.m. Pacific. And that's 6 p.m. in the UK. And everybody in between, figure it out.
Mhm. Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's great. And also I know you are often a guest on some of the other shows on Sacred Spiral. I know a lot of collaboration happens magically. All of a sudden I'll see a broadcast and it's like three or four of the different hosts who have just decided, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
We're being called to do a show. There's some people out there who need some healing. So thank you so much for always being there to bring your healing to whoever needs it, right? I mean, it's like I feel like the authentic healers know, right, that I'm just here to bring the healing. Whoever's supposed to get it is going to get it, and I just trust that, right?
Yeah, it's my grace to do this. You can tell it's my joy to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we absolutely can tell. And hold on, I just want to switch places with you. There we go.
Whoa,
um,
made me dizzy.
Lynn, yeah, thank you so much. I know you could do this all night, and I probably could too, but I do like to kind of respect everybody's time. Don't make people hang on and then they end up not getting a reading. I can't imagine as somebody who reads, because I don't personally read, but like I can relate to that, like, desire to be like, oh, I'm just going to read everybody. But
Yeah,
again, get in touch with Lynn. She's more than happy to talk to you guys if you're interested in learning more about it. And I hear that soon she's going to be teaching how to do this stuff. So
I'm on the
uh,
spot. Uh,
yeah, so
I've
that's
got to
awesome.
get my
No,
cards. Yeah, I got to get my cards put together, and
yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's time.
Very soon. It is time. Thank you so much, Lynn. Awesome. I'm excited to be witnessing it. I'm excited to be alive in this moment and part of all of this. And thank you guys for always showing up and bringing the energy to the center stage with us and being here in the moment. And even if you're watching a replay, still type in the hashtag and tell me what you're excited
Yeah.
about, because you're still putting that out there into the universe. And that's how we manifest things. Awesome. Awesome.
Michael,
Um,
thank you so much for having me again. It's always a pleasure, and thank you everyone who joined us tonight.
yeah, yeah, you're totally welcome. I know I'm excited also for Thursday because I will have Brian Lahr on the live stream
Oh,
of consciousness, who is somebody who I've had a few years of a relationship with. He's just such an amazing soul himself. So if you guys are into tarot, he has a great tarot deck, and a lot of wisdom about what the tarot is all about. So join me on Thursday, and I will see you guys all soon. Um, Lynn, do you have any dad jokes for me? No. Do you have any
I
any words of wisdom? Just encouragement for the collective before we run the credits.
what I would say is I would encourage everybody to be mindful that each of us has our own particular color and light that we take out into the world, and that even the smallest interactions with people, giving them a smile, looking them in the eye, acknowledging their existence, can make a huge difference in someone's life, and we don't even know the ripple effect it might have.
I love that. Absolutely. Don't be afraid to connect with each other, people. We are all in this together. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye, everybody.